I hear a lot of background noise from.
Mute. I'll mute mine.
There we go. Thank you. All right, Danielle. Oh, we're recording. Okay, we're recording. Just kidding. Welcome, everybody, to our Monday night call. It is the end of the month. We have one more week left. And you guys, I just want to give you a real big shout out because we're doing a great job as a team. So the qualifiers are populating. Congratulations, Jen Bernstein, on her first month at qualifying her business, which is the best thing you can do in this franchise because that is the key that unlocks the residual income. So congratulations. That is a huge milestone. And we're really proud of you. You did a great job really hustling to the end. And it's not over. We got a whole nother week. So I just want to really encourage you guys that, you know, this is a good week to be closing out, starting conversations, planning, getting everything teed up for a really awesome September. And we have some pretty fun ideas. We wanted to go through tonight and talk to you guys a little bit about the different types of events that are really tend to be really like effective in this particular month. First and foremost, obviously, it's back to school month. So a lot of back to school chatter and talk. You know, people are kind of done with their summer. They're thinking about maybe how many glasses of wine they drank. And I'm talking about myself, you know, all the good stuff, right? And how to reset that button and how to help our kids get back on track too, because all that, you know, ice cream and sugar and everything really compiles and that weakens the immune system. And where we come into play is really helping assist parents in, you know, providing their kids with just a really great foundation to learn when they go to school. And the best way that I know how to do that is to really get their chewables in there or the capsules and get them started with the complete, because the complete is what gives them that steady, you know, blood sugar as they head in through their day. I mean, they pretty much start pretty early, and the ones that I know that load up on this stuff, it really helps them. And there's a lot of athletes out there too. So just be thinking about who do you know that has kids that are competitive athletes? Who do you know that's maybe, you know, doesn't have kids, but they're a really, you know, fun person and they like to do Ironmans and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of like mud bunny runs and 5Ks that are coming up. Anybody that you know in your world that has that kind of a, you know, a start the reset button type of a lifestyle, which is really like 90% of the people, just be thinking about them and how to start those conversations and ask them, hey, I hope you had a great summer and stuff. We're doing some fun things as a team. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about the Shred, but we're doing a really cool 10-day detox program, which is fun and easy. You'll never be hungry. And we have a whole group, you know, support group behind it. Also talk about, you know, just some really cool things. So what I did is I took a look at my own personal calendar and, oh, somebody else just snuck on. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Looking forward to meeting you. And, oh, Lauren. Hello, Lauren. All these little sneakers in there. There's Buffy too. Welcome, Buffy. All right. I love my team. I love you guys. All right. So with that said, we're just talking about the different types of events. So what I did is I took out the month of September and I put in all the key things that I have to physically be at, like back to school nights and that kind of stuff. And then outside of that, I met with some of the people in our team to kind of look at some dates that would make sense for, you know, community events. And so I want to encourage you guys to not only take a look at your own personal calendar, but talk to your teammates. It really is so much more effective when we do these things together. So when there's two or more in a room, people really respond, and you know how great our team is. And when they get to see that there's not just one cool person, but there's like 5 or 6 or 7 or 10, you know, great people, and they all hang out together and do these great events and fun things, then it makes it attractive to want to join, you know? And so I think that we are our best asset, frankly, you know, the team piece of things. So I encourage you guys to really swap those ideas. For the local people, I want to just like take a look and I'll show you kind of a rundown of what my calendar looks like to give you an idea of maybe what to shoot for. If you've got big goals and things that you want to accomplish, or if you really just want to see what this is all about, I just say dive in. You know, one event a week is a really great way to propel your business forward and really build up that momentum as we head forward, you know, into the fall months. So for me, we've got Wendy Campbell, which is a corporate speaker. She's coming on September 7th. She'll be speaking local in our town. Right after that, I've scheduled a salad in a jar party on September 10th, which we can do across the country in all areas of the country because that's the day before we start our shred. So I think either a taste of shred, you know, for people to come and taste the recipes and see what the recipe book is all about, or a salad in a jar party are two of the best things that you can do to really set people up for a good experience. Because if you do the taste or shred and you're just sampling a lot of the different recipes from the cookbook, then it's showing them, look, these things taste really good, and that'll encourage them to take that step to use the tool. And if you do the salad in a jar, then they walk away, or maybe you combine the two, you know, you have a couple of the samples out there and they get to sample those, and they also get to walk away with a salad ready to go for, 5 days in a row. That just helps people have a better experience, I think, personally. And it really shows a lot of excitement. It's a great picture photo op. So that's what we're doing here. So from the 11th to the 20th, we're going to do the shred. And then inside of that week, I think it would be really fun. We've been talking about this a little bit, and Danielle can go into some details, but you know how there's that Got Milk campaign where they have the mustache? We were thinking, what if we did a Got Complete campaign? And we just did like a really fun, like stretch of pictures. And I think, if I remember, you guys will have to correct me on this, but I think that in the Got Milk campaign, they do it with like their shoulders showing, like just like in the nude, kind of like wrap a towel around, put a mustache on, hold up your shake and say like, and then just type in the words below over in an overlay, like Got Complete. And just to create the buzz, because people are going to ask you, if you say Got Shake, they're going to have a shake maybe, or they're thinking that they can go buy one and participate. But if you say Got Complete, it forces them to ask the question, what's complete, right? And then we have an opportunity to educate them about how awesome our shakes are. So what do you guys think about that idea as a team? If you want to unmute and give some feedback. Yeah, Chrisanne?
I love it.
I love it, but I think if we do it, Lisa needs to sponsor us all for free tanning.
Wait, do a towel around
Would
us?
you like a spray tan, Jen?
Just from here up.
I could do that for you. I
A
could do
little,
that.
like a towel
Sure.
and a shake mustache?
Yeah, so it just looks like, I mean, you won't see the towel, you'll just see your shoulders, but it looks like.
So it's not going to be like our kids too? It's just going to be us doing this then? We can't.
We probably shouldn't do the white shake.
We could do the one. But you see how much fun already? Like just like that's it. It's the energy, right? That's what we want to populate. So it could be like, funny. I mean, I might have one with, I want to show you guys what just happened there. But with my kids over my shoulders, I mean, they would totally get a kick out of that, but like, I think that would be so fun to just, people are going to start going like, God, what's complete, right? And then they're going to put that in a comment below, and then you just let the comments roll in, right? And you just say, hey, I'll get you some info, I'll get you, or let's talk later or whatever. And you just keep it going so that you keep that mystery up. But it's kind of a good exercise in social media too, just to get out there and start practicing some of the stuff, which some of you are way better than me. Danielle, did you want to say something about it?
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it comes off of, so those that have been around, playing off of what we've done in the past, Shake It Up Saturday. And we used to do, we're not only were we doing it as a team, but we would get our customers involved as well. So this is even something we might want to ask some of our, especially like our loyal customers that love their shakes or really like to participate in stuff, and get them involved too. And what would happen when we did the Shake It Up Saturday, we would ask them to take a picture of them and their shake, it's in their shake, whatever. And we created a hashtag, and we asked them to tag their rep. And it really did create a lot of buzz on that day it was a specific day in that case that we had them do it. Where it created a lot of buzz on these shakes. What was everybody drinking? There were so much crossover. People all knew each other. Like, you're all drinking these shakes. Why don't I have a shake? That it actually created a lot of new customer orders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the idea behind this too, with the Got Complete. Creating the buzz, like people wondering what it is. So many of us are so interconnected too that it's just a lot of reinforcement that we're all drinking the Complete. Why don't you have your Complete?
Yeah. Safety in numbers, right? Yeah.
Do we tag like our sponsor? Do we do that kind of thing like we once did, or is it just us?
I think we could. I think you could.
Yeah.
I think, you could tag a couple of friends.
Like on other people's pages and stuff like that, right?
Whenever you tag somebody, it creates more eyeballs on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we know too, liking something is great. Commenting on something is even better because it pushes it back up into the top of that person's news feed. And so even when somebody comments on your on one of your posts, you should always reply to it, even if it's like a emoji that you reply to it, because even you replying to a reply pops it back up again into the news feed. So like, you know, on some of my really longer ones, like someone replies, like I'll reply again. I'll figure out something to say, or I'll just do a little winky wink.
A little winky wink.
A little winky wink. It's populating it back up. So like that post could be going through Facebook throughout the entire day.
And when multiple people, like if you and Chrisanne both like something, then I see that you guys have liked somebody else's post because I'm friends with both of you. So it kind of, once you do that cross connect, it does grab more people to kind of see what's happening, right?
And it can even be days later. Like if somebody comments on it, and then all of a sudden it's brought back up again, and then it keeps going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
So we like.
Anyway.
Does everyone like the Got Complete idea?
Cute.
And the other question is, basically we just need to decide like how long we want to run that. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do it inside of the shred. Maybe it's the weekend that the shred covers, you know how it always covers one weekend. Maybe we just do it that full weekend from Friday to Monday or something. So it gets 3 days worth of stuff.
Well, why wouldn't we start it sooner than that so we can try to get more people into the shred? Like, what do you think of that idea?
I like the idea. I think that the way it's kind of like a flash sale, if you would. Like, you know how you have like a Labor Day, whatever. Like it kind of gets people's attention. Maybe we do it over Labor Day. That's a good point. What do you guys think? It's really about the team involvement. So as long as we get everybody's unanimous, like, hey, let's do it, then we should be good.
My only concern about
Go ahead, Marie.
Go ahead.
my only concern about Labor Day weekend is that, since that is like a lot of people take off that weekend, not everybody has kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people take off that weekend, to go out of town, to go visit family, go camping or whatever. So I think there's going to be a lot less eyes on Facebook that weekend. I mean, I certainly don't mind doing it Labor Day weekend, but I'm just thinking it would be less eyes is all.
Can I ask, what if we do an Instagram run and a Facebook run?
Yeah.
Like do it during separate times. Like we hit Instagram during one period of time and we do Facebook during another period of time.
Yeah.
I would do both anyway.
Or do you do both? Do you guys?
I usually do both.
Simultaneous.
We do both because most people I'm friends with on both. So then they'll see it twice anyway.
Yeah, but like I oftentimes don't share what I'm putting on Instagram immediately to any of my other platforms, specifically because then they just kind of get aggravated. So like I always try to, like, especially when I did my jewelry stuff, one of the things I always did was like share different things that were exclusive to my Facebook page and then certain things that were exclusive to Instagram, because then that all of a sudden gives you more of a conversation. Like you're saying more things. So they're not ignoring you because they've seen it already. I don't know. And like you could take a different picture for like same campaign, but like a different picture, like a different week, like a week later. I don't know.
I'm not opposed to it at all. I have to get up to speed on Instagram. Danielle's been yelling at me for years.
Instagram like overtaking Facebook.
That's what everybody says.
That's a whole nother topic.
Right.
I think that doing it Labor Day weekend, I think people are in party mode that weekend. So I think after that, even if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Towards the end of the week after kids in school.
Yeah, because I really, I jumped on the bandwagon today, but most people are not starting a healthy regimen today.
Yeah.
Or this weekend for any, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so.
right.
Well, and I'm not even sure about starting it right before school starts anyway, because anybody with kids, if they're not ready for school, they're racing at the last minute to get that done. They're just distracted.
Right.
Maybe they're away or just in general, they're just distracted getting ready for school.
What if we have a picture of like a birthday picture, like a, you know, like just like something like where we have a shake and it's set on like a table with like an American flag, or I don't know, like just.
You know what's really good for that is a red, white, and blue shake.
Yeah.
And I may have one floating around in my image that we could just snag, and I'll take it and do the same, like canvas the whole thing with the same image. Because I think that's kind of what we're getting at, is if we do the same thing, then it crosses everybody. All right, so let's take a vote then. So we want something for Labor Day weekend. That's a good idea, Donna Marie.
But just to be clear, we're not asking people to get started on anything.
Right.
Right, but I just, and I understand that. I just think people's frames of mind are in the last hurrah. Not you in California, you've already started school. But I think it would be more effective after, even if it's not more effective for this shred coming up, but just in general.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well,
I agree.
A lot of seeds, though.
Is that you, Buffy?
Yeah, it is. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We've got people that this year we started school a week earlier than normal. We normally start the day after Labor Day. And so there are still families who are trying to get that last vacation in.
What?
So I think after Labor Day might be a little more advantageous.
Okay. So then why don't we do this? If we do, we'll come up with one Labor Day weekend post so that everybody can copy that and post that. And that'll just be like a nice little teaser. And then the Got Complete campaign, do we agree then to start it? It would be, if I'm looking at a calendar, like the Tuesday after Labor Day or the Wednesday after?
Like the first day of school is people's mind already
I
shifts.
think you should do the Wednesday after Labor Day.
Wednesday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Hey, Nance.
Yeah.
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good. Great to hear your voice. All right, Wednesday.
Yeah, I had it on. I had it on mute because my dog was barking.
Thank you. All right. All right. How does everybody feel about that? Okay.
Good.
Good. Yes. No. For San.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Game. I'm game.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it then, and let's run it for. So it'd be Wednesday and Thursday, right? 2 full days, and then we can just divide up like, or we could just do funny. I don't know. Maybe like 1 or 2 pictures. I like that, Donna Maria, getting an option and posting one the first day, one the second day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it's like as creative.
What?
I feel like that, like people like seeing pictures of other people, particularly on Instagram. So like one of the things that I followed when I was doing my marketing for my jewelry business was just like when you take pictures like with a person in it, you get way more likes than if you just do like piece of food, something like that. Or
Well, let's
whatever.
get shoes on.
Hey, somebody needs to mute their mom and shoes.
Yeah, I agree that people will
Thank you.
be more attentive if they recognize a face in the picture. I agree.
Yeah.
It makes it more personal, not as much so advertising.
Okay.
Although when I put my shakes in a fancy glass,
Yes.
you get a lot of likes. You make them look like a cocktail.
That's what I'm saying. I think I have a really good image. I'm pretty sure it's like a red, white, and blue like shake. Like it comes in 3 different. Like it looks like you took 3 shakes and you just did a tie dye almost, but straight across banners, which was kind of fun. So I get what you're saying. All right. Well,
holding your shake.
Or Chris Ann can make one up for
I'll
us.
make one and we can all.
there you go, Chris Ann.
Thank you.
Actually, that might be even better because the ones that you're thinking of, I'm sure we're going to see other people using it too if we create our own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Then
call.
you can capture a bee and put the.
You have a job now.
Yeah, that's what you get for volunteering, Kristen.
I could come taste it for you. Just tell me when.
But that's all. That's for the weekend of the Labor Day weekend. But then for the for the Got Complete campaign, I think that needs to be a picture of people. That is
Right.
That is a picture.
You're us. Did you not hear?
Complete.
Shoulders bare.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It's going to be fun though.
It's sort of fusion coming on.
We'll do like a sample and just send it to the team. Melissa will do an example.
I'll do an example. Yeah. All right. I'll work on that. Okay. So, okay, perfect. So that'll start the Wednesday after. That's perfect. And then the other thing, so what else did I write? Types of events in here. So online events, Facebook party events, and Shred 10 info. We do want to do a Shred 10 Facebook party event to give people the information about it. So what I want to encourage you guys is really like start the text now. Let them know what we're doing. Say we've got a really fun group of people that are doing this time. Do you want in? And just ask them that simple question. Do you want in? They don't need to know what it's all about. They don't need to know detox. They don't need to know. Just ask them, hey, do you want in? And they're going to go, well, what is it, right? And that's when you get to answer them and say, I'll send you a 2-minute video, and send them that clip from Mitra and Jake, that short one, and just give them like a little taste of it. And then let the tools do the work for you, because that's where I think that we get more people to say yes, is when we say less, and we just, make it fun, invite them to the party, and, insert a tool, and then follow up, right? Just say, here, watch this, text me when you're done. Make it simple, less time to think about it, less time whatever, and they're going to say, what does it entail, and then you just kind of go through and say, if you have any questions, I'll get you on the phone with my friend. And just do that, and just populate three-way calls, but make it really casual in the introduction and the invitation, so it doesn't feel like they're making this really serious decision about a detox, right? Because that's like a scary word. So that's the way I do it, and people just typically go, okay, whatever, just sign me up for whatever. They're like, okay, great, now come on in. This is what we're doing, and then teach them later. So that's what we wanted to ask. So if we're gonna do, today's Monday, if we wanted to do it, we could do something like Wednesday. And it would just be like this, you guys. It would be, Wednesday or Thursday, and we just ask them to join. I don't want to do it closer to the weekend because I think that people are going away and doing stuff. But Wednesday or Thursday, enough for them to see like 2 hours or, probably 2 hours of posts. We'll have Danielle tell her story. Maybe Donna Marie, you can tell your story. I can jump in there and say something about the products or whatever you want me to say. And then we'll post a couple of the videos and just let them look at some of the results and stuff. Marie, maybe you should say your story because you have a great story too. And just all through live videos, you guys. That's like the future here, is all live videos. So you just go into the party, you press on the video, you go live, everybody likes you and puts up all the hearts and stuff and comments. And then just keep it to like 2, 3, less than 5 minutes basically. But giving people enough exposures, the key is 6 to 7 exposures. So I think if we set it up with 8 exposures, we should have enough for them to feel comfortable in making the next move. And then who you've invited and who's accepted, because you can see based on when you go and look in the party who's coming, right? So don't just blank it out and invite 20 people, or that's like a waste of time. But if you text them and say, we've got this really fun group, we really want you, do you want in? Do you want to hear what it's all about? Like, I'll add you to the info session or whatever, and then they can just watch from there, from their phone. They'll see it. So it's a good practice at this, because we're going to be doing a lot more of this.
Mm-hmm.
So does Wednesday or Thursday sound better for that?
I vote for Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay. It basically just means that when we get off the phone tonight and when we get an all day tomorrow, we got to start working on it. And the nice thing too, you guys, is this is end of month. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity to get people signed up and put in new orders for end of month to bump your paycheck too, which is cool.
Right.
If you wait till the next week, then you're going to lose that opportunity. So, okay. Danielle, thoughts about that?
Nope. I think Wednesday is a great day to do it. It's before our month closes. So like you were just saying, getting new orders in, bump up your paycheck, get your business qualified, get you promoted, whatever you're working on. It's great timing, and it's, enough time to get them their products to join in on our shred, starting on the 11th. But if you're, and for anyone that's like brand new to this too, and you're not sure what to say or what to send or what to text or whatever, just reach out to your sponsor or, to your senior leadership or what have you, and we'll just help you through that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel or anything. Those of us that have done this can help walk you through it. Mm-hmm. And the key too is just like keeping it simple and having fun.
Totally.
Yeah, and that's even how like the Facebook party will be too. We won't be too serious.
No.
Important information, but always fun.
Yeah.
And And then, so you know, too, I put it out on our Voxeroo, but the shred, those that do the shred, so again, for anyone that's new, those that do the shred 10 with us each month, we've got a separate private Facebook page for just the people within that month that are doing the shred. So if you were a part of it in August, you're still in there. If you have customers that were in it in August, please make sure, if you haven't yet, that you reach out to them to see if they're going to be joining us again for September. If they're not, then please remove them from the group. Or if you let me know who they are, I can remove them from the group. And of course, if they're not, just let them know. Like this happened to me today. I have one of our August shredders who's bowing out this month, but wants to do it maybe another time. I said, great, no worries. Just so you know, I'm going to take you out of this private group because it's only for those that are going to be shredding during the month of September. And when you're ready to step back in, I'll add you back in, right? Because we just want to maintain the integrity and the privacy of that group for those of us that are going through that experience together. If anybody on this call or you know anyone on your team that's doing the shred with us in September that's not within the group, then again, just let me know, add them, or I can add them. And once I know that customers from August are out of there, then we'll start welcoming people in that. So some new people might be added, and it's nice to go in and, you know, hey, I want to welcome Chris Ann. She's shredding with us again, or, you know, whoever your customer is. So I'll start doing that maybe tomorrow. So when I get a couple of thumbs up, knowing that you guys have, like, people are out or we've populated and we're good to go. Does that make sense?
Thank you for managing that, Danielle.
Yeah. And
what's the name of the group? Just so
it's the Buzz, to be consistent with our customer page, which our customer page for just general everyday, our Juice Plus customers is the Buzz, the Juice Plus experience. And then the shred page is the Buzz, the shred 10 or shred 10, September 11th through the 20th. All right. So it's got the dates in there. And that within that page too is where we keep the files of the shred guide, the shred recipe book, and we have the guidelines in there, and then we populate that throughout the experience with, you know, support, education, videos, our experiences, and we want to make sure that we are active in that page to support those that are shredding. I mean, the point of having that is to help support them and encourage their experience, and for them to know they've got a safe space to share their experience, which means we need to share our experience.
Right.
It's important that we're all participating in if we are actually doing the shred.
And so I think this time around, to make sure that that's happening, we're just going to ask you guys to volunteer. Like maybe we'll have like a little sign up sheet for the team of who's posting on what day and sharing, so that it doesn't all fall on Danielle, myself, Chrisanne, the people that were posting there, because they want to see variety too. And a lot of the customers, they don't know who's on the team and who's not on the team. So it's just really good to see different names and faces and perspectives. That makes it a healthier experience for everybody. So, so we'll take a look at that and see, you know, where we can fit people in. So once we have an idea of who's doing it, then we can go through and assign all that stuff. And if there's something that you want to do, just volunteer for it and say, hey, I want to do this. You know, reach up to one of us and we'll get you on that list. So with the Shred 10, so it's the 11th through the 20th. So what I've decided to do out here on the West Coast, just based on timing and availability, I was able to secure a place and a location at a wine bar on the 20th for a customer appreciation event. I know that there's some conflicts and religious celebrations happening that night, and I wasn't thinking. So it luckily doesn't affect most of the people that we're inviting out here, but I know in New York that it could. So you guys are going to pick a different night and make sure that we are really, you know, obviously welcoming and encompassing everybody in that experience. So, but I really encourage you guys to get together on a chat even, you know, with Danielle and talk to her about, you know, you guys have that Honeybee chat you can talk to, and I can pipe in if you want me to, but it's just so much fun to do these customer appreciation events. And I want to thank Lauren, because she was the one that really kind of spawned this whole idea. And we were in a meeting with our regional director and we kind of came up with it all. And he was like, that's a great idea. You've got all these customers. We should do something. And I said, well, it's about time. You might as well do something now, you know? So, so more details on that, I'll put on the OC chat so you guys can have all that information. But I was able to contract with them a $5 pour. So basically, if you bring 5 customers that evening, it's nice to just invite all the customers you have, frankly, because they just like to know that you're doing stuff like that. A lot of times they won't be able to come, but they're so flattered that you thought of them. They're so flattered that you're actually, having something like that, that they're like, oh my gosh, that's so neat. I'll definitely come to the next one. But I find that, I usually get 5 or 6, maybe 10 at the most that would come. And so for me to invest $5 back into a happy customer, that says a lot. And I really encourage them to bring a guest. And then, again, $5 of investment, you're making $39 on a trio, just the retail profit, not even including your commission. So, for long-term customers and stuff, it is a really nice way to do something like that. And then I'm paying for appetizers and stuff so that we'll have a little bit of a social experience, but it's going to be fun. So we'll take pictures and post that out.
When I was working in fundraising, one thing that we did a member appreciation event every year. And one thing that they did was they would recognize people based on their the length of their membership. So they would have 1 to 5 years, 1 to 5 years, or 6 to 10 years, or whatever. So maybe there's a way, if you guys like the idea, to recognize people in categories of time that they've been on Juice Plus.
Totally. And it's funny you say that, because I was actually thinking of celebrating the longest customer there and the shortest one, because sometimes you get people that sign up like that day or the day before to be able to kind of say, here they are. And it is kind of nice too when you get happy customers in the room. First, if they're going to come, they're happy. That's the first thing, right? They like what their experience, and then they get to share their experience with other people in the room. That's so powerful, you guys, when it's not us and it's not a rep saying it, it's, just the customer experience being shared. So, great idea, Jen. That's a really good idea. Okay, and then I've got another event on September 28th, a wine and wellness event at my house. And I'm doing this so there's one live event each week because it is such a big month for us. I just encourage you guys to see what you can do in your calendar to make that happen. And it could be as simple as a play date or a coffee, get together or whatever. It doesn't have to be so formal, but I just think that having those anchored in when you're talking to people, you can say, hey, listen, I'm glad you're going to do this shred with us, or thanks for reordering your product, or, so happy that you're having a good experience. I'd love to plug you into one of the great events we have going on this month, and you have multiple options. And that usually, when you have 3 or more people, usually say yes to something. So just another little trick. Okay. So I think that's all we had to cover today. We've got the Wednesday event. We've got we wanted to set a personal goal for the team for the number of shredders we should have in this group. So do you guys, I'd love to cumulatively come up with a goal of how many shredders we'll have, like customer shredders. Anybody have an idea of what we should shoot for?
How many do we normally have?
No, good question. So last one, Danielle, we had 30 in there?
Yeah, well, 30, which included team members.
Some team members.
So we probably had about 20.
And that was a low month too, because it was August. How many do we have in January? I should know that. I want to say 120 or something.
We had a lot.
We had a lot.
A lot.
I think if we shoot for 100 customers in the shredded experience, that would be a really healthy goal. And then we'd have, team on top of that. Because we've got, that's like 1 shred customer each, basically, if we all added it in. But obviously we want more than that because the people on the phone here, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there's 13 of us on the call right now. If we each got 3.
Well, especially given that September is one of our biggest months. And we're not kicking off the shred for another 2 weeks. So there's time to still be inviting. Go back to school until next week. And then I know for me.
Sorry, guys.
Get the kids to school and get back into it, take care of. And I think a lot of other people feel the same way too. It's get back into a routine. Let's start to get healthy again. Let's just take that step. So I already feel like there's a lot of big buzz, not to overuse that word, going around.
This is Allie. I'm just calling you from ISC Martial Arts.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I had to turn it off. Hold on.
I can turn it off once it's going. I think it just goes. How does everyone else feel about that? I think we still got, 2 weeks.
We got 2 weeks. We got a lot of time to go. Okay, come on. Enough. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I leave the kids and then I come in and I get that. So we have 2 weeks. Even if we've also got a lot of new team members coming on too that we're not even factoring in. So, because we've got people going for 2,000 pluses and stuff. So the seasoned people, if we shoot for 5 shredders each in the group, then that should carry the bulk of it. And then, everybody else help them get more team. But that would be kind of fun. And I think if we can find a way to celebrate each shred with a picture, like we put up the hearts typically, I'll work on that. I'll work on finding like an image for that. So every time we can count them, how many shredders are going in.
Yeah.
How does that sound? Just to have some fun with it, right?
You gotta have fun.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun. And you've disappeared.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's like, I'm having a little bit of fun right now.
Sorry.
I didn't see.
I was flipping the pictures and must have swiped over the two. All right, that's awesome. All right, 100 shredders. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. If anybody needs any kind of support, help, anything, just ask. We're all here to help. We have so much fun when we do these things. I think a tech splits is awesome. If anybody wants to do a tech splits, I'm happy to sign up for something like that and just send out a bunch of stuff. We could do it tomorrow morning, maybe to invite people to the info session.
I was just gonna say, why don't we get that set up so it's ready in Facebook and an invite created, and then start inviting to it.
Okay.
What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Okay.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on Wednesday, right?
Yep. For Wednesday is the info session. So, okay. So tomorrow night we have Sean Hopkins on the larger team call. He's going to come on. So if you guys want to hop on before that, what I'll do is maybe just, maybe I could just dial into this line to keep it consistent. Mm-hmm. And anybody that wants to do tech splits or needs help with texting for that little time frame, then you can plug in there and get some support and some training or whatever. And we'll invite for the next day, and then we can all just hop on here, Sean, and then be done.
I have a question.
Sound good? Yeah.
I know what text splits. I can't say it, but I know what it is. How do you do it with another person?
Well, typically we would get on like a Zoom like this and just say, hey, I've got this one friend. You talk through scenarios, through options. We also can post up some verbiage. Jake Kelly has some really good verbiage for inviting to stuff, and Eric Worry's got some good things as well, but it's nice sometimes just to have the accountability to do it. That's what people like it for mostly. Okay, in this hour, I'm going to focus just on this, or half hour, whatever. So if nobody wants to do it, we don't have to. I just was offering it as support, though.
Where's that Jake Kelly verbiage? Where would I find that?
I believe it's under the resources on the Healthy Living Revolution, I think is the last place I saw it.
So, everyone should take a look too on the Shred user guide. Is that what it's called now?
Is it in there? Okay.
There's verbiage in there. So on the Healthy Living Revolution website, when you scroll down to the bottom right and you click on that little circle, it takes you to the distributor side where you can log in, and you put in the password revolution. Then that takes you onto the distributor side where we have access to all the tools for everything, the different PowerPoints, the shred guide, where you can download everything. One of the things in there is the distributor's user guide. And so you can download that, and within there, it gives you a lot of tools for how to run the shred. So it will give you like what to say to reach out to someone, some suggested verbiage, some time frames in which to be reaching out to people, and so forth. Getting their orders in, when to have events, things like that. So a lot of this we do together as a team, but in there is definitely a lot of great schools and stuff. You don't have to print it all out too. It's very long, but download it onto your computer.
Yeah. So I'll hop on tomorrow an hour early. So at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And if you guys want to get on, you're welcome to. And if not, then that's okay too. And we'll go from there. That way, if anybody has any questions, I can just be organized, to be available.
So that would be
good?
an hour before the larger team call?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Any other questions? Hopefully we gave you guys enough to think about. You can go and fill up those calendars and have some fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the New York team, I will put out some suggested dates for us over here to kind of somewhat mirror what Melissa and the other states are doing. So we'll be similar in that time frame, but slightly different too, to honor everyone's personal schedules and stuff.
Yeah. And don't forget the regional. You guys go there. Go there, go there, go there.
Register, register, register.
I got my ticket tonight.
Awesome.
Too.
And Stephanie, you're brand new. Go. Get the ticket now.
I'll tag. You can see pull it up. At the
Great
info.
training. Such a great way to start out your business. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks you guys. Thanks for hanging on a little bit tonight. It's there was a lot to cover, but I'm glad we did. And hope you have an awesome week. You know where to find me. And congratulations to all the good stuff that's happening.
Yay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Melissa.
Night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night.